The carb gremlins are coming to get me. Hey, carnivores and carnivore curious. I am Cassandra, and welcome to my Apex Odyssey. I've just started to experience what I have been guarding against for the past year or more than a year. It's that time when your body tries to trick you into eating stuff that's bad for it. And I figured it was coming because I've seen so many carnivore creators talk about how they went off the rails. And so I asked them because I wanted to avoid doing that. I've done this to myself too many times in the past. Ask them what was going on with you just before this happened to you. And they always would say, I was just thinking, it'll be fine. No problem. I can handle this. This is a minor thing. It's not going to have any bad effects on me. And then it did. Sent them off the rails for weeks or months, or sometimes years in my case. But I think what has caused it is excuse me. Sorry about that. My dog's just trying to dig a hole on the floor. That's all. So going to the hospital, having all the stress, all of the not sleeping, all of the antibiotics, all of this has got my gut microbiome disrupted, and it's sort of given the bad bugs an opportunity to get a foothold. It's awakened some of them a little bit, and they are trying to do whatever they can to get me to eat stuff that's good for them but bad for me. So the first thing that came up was um, some coffee, and it was just like everybody says. It's this will be fine. This won't hurt you. It's perfectly normal. Carnivores can have coffee. A lot of them do. And for me, it's not. Whether or not coffee is bad for you is probably not that bad for me. But it's just that slippery slope that leads into the carb ditch because I don't like the taste of coffee that much. Every once in a while I do. It's something you got to be in the mood for. But anyway, but I do like it with cream, with heavy cream. So, I'd be drinking it with a couple of tablespoons of heavy cream and then like a quarter cup of heavy cream. And then I'd be wanting it with sweetener in it. I mean, I've done this too many times. I know exactly the pattern. I've been there before. And then the other thing that happened was I had a dream, maybe last night or the night before, about eating, maybe being at a restaurant. In this dream, I was, I think, at a restaurant eating just, I'm not sure, how dreams are. I'm getting an image of Golden Corral in my head where, you can get the ice cream off of the thing. But anyway, I had eaten a bunch of stuff that was not on plan. And in my dream, I was like, it'll be okay as long as you go right back to carnivore right after this. It's too late for you to not have eaten it because you've already done it. You just got to figure out what to do next. But that's the same kind of thing, the dreams that I would have like soon after I started, whenever I was still in the throes of carb cravings. And, that's happened to me in the past too. Whenever I had been restricting certain things, bread or cheese, I would dream about eating them. So, yeah, definitely something's going on that's causing this. And I'm really glad to have been able to watch these other carnivore creators and to know what to be on the lookout for because you've seen them. They decide, this won't hurt me, just this one meal or just this one item. It's going to be fine. I can do this. And I do know there are a few people who can. I'm definitely not one of those people. I know from experience that it will send me off the rails, send me into that carb ditch, as they say. And so I was, I'm thankful that I was on the lookout and that, it took me a little while. I was really considering getting some coffee. And then I realized, no, you've got to look, see what's happening. Your body's trying to trick you into getting off the path, making decisions that you don't want to make. So far so good. I haven't succumbed to the to the carb monsters. They have not dragged me into the bushes yet. But so what do you do? I would love to have some tips. I would love to know is what are your best strategies whenever you're actively in this phase. It's not craving stuff. All of that is gone. It's just my mind trying to trick me into thinking it's totally fine. It's just the craziest thing. And I can imagine this is what happens with people who are addicted to other substances like alcohol or cigarettes. I've been there with cigarettes too, just thinking, after I finally was able to put them down, thinking, I can just have this one cigarette. It'll be fine. That 3 days later, I'm smoking 2 packs a day. That's actually happened. So you cannot play around with it. I can't at all. I've got to stay away from it. And I keep telling myself this. So just thankful for another day of avoiding stuff that's bad for me, avoiding food that's bad for me. I can't speak for much of the rest of my life, but at least the food that I ate today was okay. I had a steak. I got these steaks that are about, gosh, they're huge. They're like this big. They barely fit across my air fryer pan. And they're kind of thin. Maybe they're round steaks. Does that sound familiar? And I cook them for maybe 8 minutes or so in the air fryer, and they are tough. I mean, they are tough on the teeth. But that's all I got time for now, or money. And they taste fine. I mean, they are a little tough to chew, but they're still good, and they get the job done. But then for breakfast, I had some ground beef with butter, and that's what I ate today. And it's gotten me through the day. It's late enough now that I won't be eating anymore. But yeah, throw those tips in the comments. And I appreciate you all watching. Hope you're having a beautiful day and a great week ahead. I'll see you in the next one.